Hey guys, welcome to Food Tales. I'm Bo, and today I will be talking about why I decided to get plastic surgery, how I researched and planned it. This is not a video to encourage plastic surgery. I just want to inform people on how to go through this process if it is something they're looking to do. So to start off with, the reason why I decided to get plastic surgery, I've always had an issue with my face. This is not like a new thing. I think even as a kid I really hated how big my face was, and especially the jaw or mouth region. I don't have a problem with square jaws, it's just the fact that my jaw protrudes out and it makes my face look bigger and more masculine. So I decided to get plastic surgery in Seoul, Korea because, well, for one, they specialize in Asian features. For someone like myself who wants to get a better profile, I was looking to get my nose done, my jaw, just to make it less prominent and have a smaller face, at least in the lower section of my face. Surgery is a common thing there, so the doctors there are very experienced. You know, they do surgery every day, and they're the type of doctors that specialize in a certain surgery. So you'll have a doctor that does jaw facial surgery every day. So if you do something every day, obviously you're a lot better than someone who does it like twice a year. Another reason is because they have services like DocfinderKorea who actually handle the details for you. So initially when I started my research for my plastic surgery, there was so many clinics to filter through, and I just found out there were actually over 356 clinics in South Korea alone. It was very time consuming just emailing each clinic one by one, so I decided to go with DocfinderKorea just to take the hassle out of all the filtering and contact, and all I had to do was go to their online consultation, send through a photo, and then they suggested some surgeries for me for what I wanted to achieve, and sent through a list of clinics that they suggested. The service is free as well and also government accredited, so honestly there's no reason not to use them. I went with DocfinderKorea and told them, you know, what it was about my face that I wanted to change. So specifically my profile, I wanted to improve it, smaller face, and they recommended to me that I needed rhino, which I agreed with, and facial contouring. They showed me a list of clinics and surgeons, and I decided to go with ID Hospital, which I'm very glad I did because they're very professional and they made me feel so safe when I went to the consultation. So when I flew into Seoul, Anna was there to meet me, as well as the driver. So DocfinderKorea actually has a service where they drive you from the airport to your accommodation, and then anytime you need to go to your clinic, your case manager will be there with you. So Anna was always there with me every time we needed to go to ID Hospital. And for our first consultation, oh, it is huge. 16 floors. Huge building. Huge building. It didn't feel like a hospital there because it was so stylish. I don't know how to say it. Like, it didn't smell like a hospital. It felt welcoming. You know how when you walk into the hospital it's kind of scary. This wasn't scary, it just felt normal. And there's actually 16 floors, and each floor is a specialized floor. For example, they have an x-ray, CT area, or like dental area. So lots of equipment, and that's not something you would get at a smaller clinic. So before your consultation, ID Hospital actually makes you go through a few tests just to make sure you're healthy enough to undergo surgery. Some reference photos are taken by a professional, and any scans that are required for your surgery, like CT or x-rays. The doctors actually consult the photos and scans to recommend you procedures and also help you visualize the possible result. They have everything in the one building, so all you have to do is travel between floors. And it's quite convenient because everything's already booked for you and you don't have to go through different buildings or different companies to get these done. We had our pre-consultation and I told them, you know, all my concerns. And I met with the doctors that would be doing my procedure. So initially I was scheduled for rhinoplasty and facial contouring. And I met with Dr. Sung Lee. I didn't end up getting rhino, but I wanted to include this just to show how a consultation will go. You will get an interpreter at ID Hospital if you need it.
If it's not enough, we're going to use ear cartridge on your teeth.
The doctor will analyze your face and let you know what's possible and what needs to be done to achieve the results you requested.
Like this,
너무 들리지 않게
You can also tell the doctor what it is you didn't like about your nose. For example, I didn't like the profile view of my nose, and the doctor will suggest some procedures that will address the issue that you don't like.
비신경을 그리는 거고 뒤에서
Do you want to show the picture?
Oh, yeah, okay.
If you're going to go in for rhino, I would suggest maybe bring a picture of the ideal nose that you want. Obviously, everyone's different and your nose is not going to turn out like 100% like that, but it'll give the doctor an idea of what it is that you like about a certain nose and what it is you didn't like about your nose. And then I spoke to the facial contouring doctor and I showed him a picture of what I wanted to achieve. Dr. Tae Sung Lee.
In case if your chin is protruding forward, I can push it back, but it's not your case. This part over here is protruding, so actually it's very difficult to make it like this.
And I didn't actually initially show this to DocfinderKorea. I wanted my mouth to be more pushed back because it sticks out a lot. Like it's not just my jaw, I guess. It's like the whole bottom of my face.
By the relaxation, I can make this part. I can reduce this part, make your face more small and smooth. But not the mouth.
Okay.
So the doctor told me that it wasn't achievable with just facial contouring alone. You'd have to do double jaw surgery to achieve that. So facial contouring would just reshape my jaw basically. It would not allow me to move just this in a bit. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with orthodontic surgery or double jaw surgery, I thought I should explain it a bit. So there are two main reasons why someone would undergo double jaw surgery. The first reason is medical, to fix poor jaw alignment, such as an underbite or an overbite. Some people develop an uneven bite, which causes inconvenience or pain, like mouth breathing, which causes dry mouth and sore throat, or difficulty chewing with an open bite, which results in wearing down certain teeth more. And people also have problems with spitting or drooling because your body has to make more saliva to keep your mouth moist from being open all the time. These things get worse with age, so getting double jaw surgery to fix the problem early is a good idea because surgery is very difficult to recover from with age. The surgery also fixes your face aesthetically, which is the second reason why people get the surgery and is also the reason why I chose to get the surgery. The surgery involves making an incision in the top jaw and the lower jaw and allows the surgeon to move the mouth area and align it and fix it in its new position. This is the reason why I was recommended this surgery, because the results I wanted could only be achieved by repositioning the top half of my jaw and the lower half of my jaw. ID Hospital offers a no-tie surgery, which after recovering from the surgery I can say is a godsend because basically the procedure is done without having to tie your mouth shut, which allows you to breathe, which is already very difficult after the surgery. It also allows you to eat sooner, which helps with recovery. So in the end I went with double jaw surgery to address my mouth protrusion, V-line angular jaw correction, and Genioplasty because my chin would have moved. So the reason why I also chose ID was because all their anesthesiologists are full-time, but they stay in the operation room with you the whole time. So with other smaller clinics, they can't afford to keep an anesthesiologist on payroll the whole time. So they just, have, part-timers or schedule them in. And I think it's just a better choice to have someone that's familiar with the doctors and the operating room. Being in the situation that is probably the most dangerous part of the operation. So after a long time I decided to go with double jaw surgery. So I was supposed to have my surgery yesterday, but here we are because I decided to have double jaw surgery instead. So the next day we came back and I had to do my wafer. We had to redo a few scans as well just to get my pictures of my jaw. The lighting is quite flat so you see everything. You see all my jaw and like the misalignments and everything, and a few scans as well. And we had a second consultation.
Okay. Alright, let's have a look with your pictures and x-rays. Well, as I mentioned yesterday, the main problem is from your profile. You can see your upper lips are a little bit protruding forward, and your lower lips also, this part of here, have to make it look more backward.
Yeah.
So how I am going to do the operation is by cutting your bones over here and over here. So this part will be movable.
Yeah.
I'm going to rotate this like this.
Yeah.
So if I rotate it like this, your upper lips will go backward and your jaw will go backward also. And your chin, it has to move a little bit forward. So that's how I'm going to do the operation.
Okay.
But as you can see here, if I push your jaw backwards, the angles, I have to reduce a small amount.
That's fine.
Okay. I can't leave it like this. But, I'm not going to remove it totally. Okay.
Dr. Tae Sung Lee listened to my concerns about my ideal jaw shape and planned my surgery to my request, which was that I wanted to keep my square face kind of, but just smaller and to not have a pointy V line.
Much more better than now if you see it from your front and your side. Yes,
Yeah.
it will be okay.
We basically decided that I needed just a little off here, and this to push back a bit, and a little bit of chin just to balance it out. And that was actually what I did when I photoshopped my picture. So the doctor definitely knew what was going on and what he's talking about. After that consultation, we went and got my wafer made down to the dental area. So we sat down and I had to get 3 different molds made. So the first one was a soft mold, and it tasted like bubblegum. It was very weird texture, honestly. It's like squishy and bubblegummy, and it actually got stuck to my tongue and I was freaking out, but it was okay. You just gotta breathe through your nose, and when she pulled it out, well, it was fine. Second one was more like a hard one, and it came out of a squirt gun, which I was kind of scared about, but it was fine. It was just the same stuff. It was just a bit harder. And 3 was just a bite down. Then they finally measured my face just to align the middle of my teeth, make sure that everything sits where it should sit by the end of the operation. That mold is supposed to go in between my teeth and tie it up, hold my jaw in place for about a week. So it's the day of the surgery, and you have to fast before the surgery. So my fasting time was from midnight to 10 a.m, which is when my surgery is. So yesterday we actually picked up my wafer. They just sliced it and reshaped it, I guess. I couldn't really see, I was under a cloth, but
After that, we went to get some x-rays done to check out my lung condition, and I was glad to have Anna with me so she could translate and tell me what to do.
턱을 이렇게 위로 올려놔보실게요.
And then put your chin up into the dent.
그렇죠.
Okay.
어깨 앞으로 몸 붙이시고.
And then push forward your upper body.
검사 진행하겠습니다.
And then we're going to start.
마시고 숨 참고
Take
계실게요.
a deep breath as deep as possible until your lung is fully expanded.
그다음에 숨 참으시고.
And then hold the breath.
네.
So when I arrived at ID Hospital on surgery day, I had to change into some pajamas and slippers. I also got a name band and had my blood pressure taken. I was then taken to the bathroom to brush my teeth because that's where the incision's going to be and it needs to be clean inside there. I also had to gargle to disinfect it and cleanse my skin just to make sure everything, the whole site, is clean. We went to the consultation room for the last meeting with Dr. Tae Sung Lee.
Nervous?
I'm nervous, but I'm ready, I think.
And he just went over everything again just to make sure that this is what I wanted and finalized everything. And at the end, he made a few marks on my face, just mark out like my chin. So yeah, after that, I was escorted to the surgery room, went to the elevator. I was feeling pretty good at the time, but I think that's because I didn't know how unprepared I was for what would happen when I woke up. So this is where I'm ending this video today. Be sure to tune in for the next video, which is going to be part 2 or 3, where I will be showing before and after photos and explaining my recovery process. I think it's quite important to watch the next video if you're considering double jaw surgery, just to make sure that you're prepared for what is going to be the hardest part. I'd like to thank DocfinderKorea for keeping me company throughout the whole procedure. It made my experience a lot more comfortable and I felt safe with Anna. I'd like to thank ID Hospital for their professionalism and expertise in their field of work. It really is amazing seeing how they operate and all the staff and equipment they have. Be sure to check out DocfinderKorea and ID Hospital if you're interested in medical tourism in Korea. I really highly recommend them. And thank you so much for watching. If you want to keep updated, check out our Instagram or just subscribe, and the next video should be out in about a month, hopefully. So much love to you all, hope you're safe, and have a great day everyone. Thanks for watching, bye!